What's good, my fellow Magic Knights? It is your boy DEADMANVINCE back with yet another Black Clover mobile video. Hope everybody is doing well and hope everybody has been able to surpass their limits in every mundane task that we face day to day. If you guys have been enjoying the content lately, then please do go down below and Mario Leona thrash that like button. And you can also go down below, surpass your limits, and smack that subscribe and hit the notification bell so that you can learn to unleash your hostile mana. Today's video is going to be, I don't know how long, I was going to say quick, but I don't know how quick it's going to be, right? But we're going to talk about the 6 popularity poll results for Black Clover. And I kind of wanted to go over all the popularity poll results, and see how the characters, like, popularity has kind of, like, changed in the ranks, and how, and also just kind of, like, compare it to how characters have evolved in the story. So, this is the first popularity poll back in 2017, and as we can see here, I just want to kind of put all the graphics up, so just so that we can see all the graphics, because if you guys have ever come and watched my streams, twitch.tv/DEADMANVINCE, if you guys have ever come through and watched my streams, sometimes I'll close a game out and I'll be switching games, and you know, my wallpaper engine will be acting weird or fucked up or something, right? And I have actually the 4th popularity poll results as my desktop background, so I'll be able to show you that picture as well, show you all the popularity polls. But the first popularity poll, first place was Asta, second place was Yami, third place was Noelle, fourth place was Yuno, and then 5th place was Nero. Now, this all makes sense, really. So this is at a very early point in the story, and I think it actually tells you that this is page 118, so the 118th like chapter, because that's what they call their chapters, pages, right? I think this is saying right here that this is the total of people who voted for the manga's first year being out. That's actually not that bad. Well, not the first year, because this is just the first year they did the popularity poll. But you know, first 2 years is getting, you know, is getting some number of people doing a popularity poll at the very least. Because typically, I feel like you don't see mangas release like yearly kind of like popularity polls just to kind of see where the characters are at. Obviously, it makes sense that Asta's number 1. Asta's, you know, the main character. He's a Chad. It's kind of funny, though. There's a lot of the time that I feel like people try to not say that the main character is the best character in the show because they don't want to feel like they're being like what's the word I'm looking for? Cliche, right? Because the main character is always going to seem like the best character because we follow their story. So, you know, we build a relationship with that character the most. But it's good on Asta that he actually could earn number 1 in his own series, especially considering that a lot of people were saying that Black Clover was a Naruto knockoff at first. Bro, at the end of the day, it is in the Shonen magazine. Those kind of, you know, these kind of stories have to fit a certain type of scheme, right? At least at the very start, so that they don't get botched. You know what I'm saying? There's been plenty of like different series that have started up in Shonen and they've gotten like taken down because they weren't popular enough. So obviously this man Tabata was just kind of trying to follow the format to make sure that his show didn't get cut. But now that it's at a point that it's at now in 2022, you know, it's because the story's 7 years old at this point, you know, or is 7 years old now, working on getting to 8 years, right? But it's just it's at a point now where Tabata can really like go off on his own, and he's been kind of going off on his own anyway, and like making the story more of what he wanted it to be. But yeah, Asta obviously number 1, Yami's number 2. That's literally clear. I have a homie who doesn't even like Black Clover all that much, or he didn't like Black Clover all that much. He tried to watch it. He said that the animation was shit, which it was at first. You know, it had its rough times. You know, Black Clover is an underdog story in itself. That's another video for another day. But basically, this man said, at first I tried to watch Black Clover. I couldn't watch it because the animation was bad, and I would tell him, me personally, I would tell him about it all the time, like, yo, this shit's fire, this shit's going on, this shit's going on. He's like, yeah, whatever. And then, you know, the new stuff starts coming out and he keeps hearing about the manga and everything, and he's just like, oh no, this sounds actually pretty crazy now. So it's like, even people who were shitting on Black Clover back in the day, and I was one of those people as well, that's why I have such a love for it, because after being somebody who was very against this, I was like, you know what? This is actually like caught me now. You know, I'm in there now, and it's just like the fact that I disliked it and now I like it is much stronger than, oh, I just liked it off rip. You know, it proves something to me. But though I say that whole tangent, that whole point to say, even though he said the show is trash, he said Yami was the saving grace to the show. So it's honestly surprising Yami is not like the number 1 character in the popularity poll. But it makes sense, right? Because Asta still does work hard and get his W's like he needs to, right? Then we got Noelle here. Now, Noelle, I feel like, definitely in the first little bit of Black Clover, had like very big. She has good character development throughout the entire series of like the arc, right? Or entire series. But it's just in the first arc, you know, we get her and she's acting all tsundere or whatever, you know, being very rude. I'm a royal, you're a peasant, this, that, and the third, blah, blah, blah. Then she hits that switch up where she realizes that, like, you know, I'm not fighting because I'm a royal. I'm fighting to protect this kingdom. And that means putting my kind of like ego aside and doing the right thing because it's the right thing to do, not because I'm this high and mighty, like whatever. Plus, you know, she kind of got shown that she can rely on her teammates and that they're all, you know, strong, just like her. And she wasn't even confident in herself at first. Asta helped her reach her confidence level. Another reason why people like Asta, because Asta makes everybody else in the Black Bulls surpass their damn limits. And then Yuno gets fourth place because Yuno's a rival, right? So Yuno's the rival. Asta is cursed. You know, Asta gets all the bad luck. Bad luck getting anti-magic in a world of magic. And then Yuno gets all the good luck. He's like the chosen one. Like literally, it's like a meme that this man is like loved by Mana. They always say he's loved by Mana. Blah blah blah. Right? So it's obvious. Yuno gets the fourth spot. He's like the sauce guy. Right? Asta and Yuno make it in the top 5, but Yuno's kind of split amongst 2 other members of the Black Bulls. Makes perfect sense. The Black Bulls are the main cast that we follow all the time. And then that's actually pretty surprising that Nero, we're not going to call her Sekre just yet, Nero actually got the 5th spot just because, you know, she was just a bird and everybody liked the bird, I guess. I mean, I fucked with the bird when I saw the bird, how it kind of stuck to Asta. You can kind of tell that the bird has more significance than what was going on, especially because the bird had horns. Do all of them have horns? Nah. I don't think all of them have horns. I think this one specifically has horns because of Nero. Because she has like the dead eyes, and all the other birds have like the little beady eyes, right? So we're actually gonna exit out of this little picture here and go over to the list on the wiki so we can look at the rest of the top 10 characters. Okay, so after Nero, we actually have Charmy, and Charmy makes a whole lot of sense, you know. Charmy, I feel like, was a character that nobody really like took seriously, and they didn't really know. You know, what was the thing about Charmy? Like, she just always likes to eat, right? And everybody was just like, you know, Charmy's like kind of like trolly. She's funny, though. And, you know, she's cool with the little cloud magic, whatever, blah, blah, blah. I feel like everybody's kind of viewpoint changed whenever Charmy gets mad for the first time. Because it's like, yes, Charmy's like this chill dude, just loves to eat, you know, super friendly. But if you talk down on food or you mess with her food, like, she will whoop your ass. And, like, that's the thing about the Black Bulls. It actually feels nice because I feel like a lot of the time people in their lives feel like they're an outcast, but the Black Bulls is literally a group of outcasts that kind of like come together and just surpass their fucking limits. That's just how it works, right? So Charmy fits that very well. Luck is another character who's very likable. I feel like he's the typical, you know, I love to fight type, battle hungry, like just like savage, right? And this man literally when he first meets us, he's like, "Are you strong? Let's fight to the death," you know? Literally, he's just like punching in the air, like practicing, ready to fight this man, right? Luck's always trying to fight somebody, and he's always got a good attitude about him, and you get to see him in the dungeon arc, and that's when I kind of, Luck is one of the reasons why I like started to like the show a lot more, because I was watching the first few episodes, and I wasn't necessarily too sure about it, and then I got to the dungeon arc, and like from that point on, I was like, all right, yeah, this is fire. Vanessa, everybody probably just like Vanessa because of Booba, you know. She's the drunkard witch in the Black Bulls. I'm just gonna be honest. She didn't really do much at first. Like literally, she's just dressed in like, you know, skimpy clothes. Everybody fucks Vanessa, right? Plus, she's super flirty. That's another thing. Fuegoleon is fire. I remember there's like some parts in the manga where people actually consider like Fuegoleon like could be the next Wizard King. You know, besides like Vengeance at this point in the story, right? But like Fuegoleon, I really like him. He is a royal, but he acknowledges Asta upon like one of their first interactions, right? Like. This man Asta says that he's trying to become the Wizard King, and this man Fuegoleon is just like, if you're trying to become the Wizard King, I'm also trying to become the Wizard King, so that makes us rivals, you know. This is one of the first captains, besides Jami, of course, who really acknowledged this man Asta, so I always fuck with Fuegoleon for that. I always knew he was a solid dude. Then you get Charlotte. Charlotte is another tsundere character. They kind of portray her like she's like the prettiest woman in all like Black Clover. That's how they kind of treat her, but like honestly, Marileona for the fucking win. Also, very disappointing that Marileona. Oh no, it's not disappointing that Marileona is not in the top 10 for here because she wasn't introduced to the story yet, so she can't be top 10 if she wasn't even there, right? And even still, if she's not there, she's still top 10. We are Marileona Simps out here. You feel me? She just had to Baka Blitz me for messing up her name. But yeah, Charlotte is literally just like Yami's love interest. She's a captain of the Blue Rose Knights. She has like an all-female like guild. They shit on men. The typical men are garbage type of character, but like low key, she's secretly in love with like the considered scummiest of guys in the series. Yeah, whatever. All right, let's head over to the second poll. All right, so right here we have the second popularity poll, and this one has Asta as the first place. Once again, you know, back to back, Asta just catching W's on being the first character in the series, and then once again we have this man Yami as second place. I'm actually gonna take a look and see what point after we go over the entire list here. We're gonna take a look and kind of see what point in the story that this was at. This man Yuno is third place, so Yuno has managed to rise above. Noelle kind of lowered down in the rankings. Now, Noelle, I feel like, since I'm seeing Mario Leona here, I'm just going to take a wild guess that this is more so before the, well, no, the first one was actually before the Royal Knight Selection Exam. Let's actually take a look and see when this popularity poll was posted. So, this popularity poll actually released in the 18th volume, and in the 18th volume, they're actually that's around the part where Vanessa and Magna are actually trying to get this man Luck back because he's possessed by the elf right now, and shit's already kind of been progressing in the elf reincarnation arc. So we have Asta as number one. Obviously, Asta always does incredible feats every single occasion he's in, right? He's trying to become the Wizard King, and the Julius, the Wizard King currently, tells that man, the 28th Wizard King, tells that man Asta that being the Wizard King is all about gaining merit and everything. So of course this man Asta is just breaking his neck, putting in all the work that he can. Then boom, we get this man Yami in second place, because even though Yami is the mentor and the Asta and the youth are pretty much supposed to be the ones learning and growing and becoming stronger and taking on the next generation, like, right, becoming the next generation, this man Yami is still very much so like yes, I'm training you to become strong, but I still need to surpass my limits so that I can become stronger as well. So this man Yami's obviously putting in work wherever he's at. He's still the second most favorite character. Then this man, you know, is actually shot up from 4th place to 3rd place. So he moved up one spot, and then, you know, obviously is surpassing his limits as well. That's the point of the whole damn show, right? But, you know, in the way that they portray this man, you know, surpassing his limits is like way crazier. Like, this is after this man, you know, shows off Spirit Dive and Asta starts doing like that Black Divider shit, right? So now this man, you know, is looking a lot stronger, and people are starting to realize that. Then we get this man Luck over here. Luck is really strong because of the elf magic, but he doesn't really kind of like, he uses the elf's ability, or the elf uses Luck's body, right, to use his powers, but Luck also just fights a lot in enemy. You gotta think, this is also after the Underwater Sea Temple arc where Luck and Magna fight Veto, so obviously that gave him a lot of extra points, and even when they lost that fight, Luck was still smiling afterwards, so like people kind of like already could tell that this man Luck was gonna be like one of those characters who's just gonna keep growing at a rapid rate, because they also like to portray that. Luck and Magna are like rivals, right? That's the thing in the show. Nozel and Fuegoleon are rivals. Yami and Vangelis are rivals. Asta and Yuno are rivals. Then Luck and Magna are also rivals, right? And it's the difference in between them is that they're both peasants, yes, but Magna's magic is super like ass, basically. And this man Luck, his magic is just evolving at a rapid rate. He has such crazy magic reserves. I wouldn't be surprised if this man Luck is like from another kingdom or something like that, because like every peasant we've seen has low ass magic. This man Luck is just the oddity, right? Then in 5th place we have Julius, the Wizard King. How could you not have the Wizard King in the top 5? Like, it just makes sense. Like, and I don't even think it's too crazy that this man Luck kind of beat that man Julius out, because yes, Julius is such a crazy ass character, but it's also the thing that these characters who are the top 4 are the characters that we see the most. Then number 6 is this man Fuegoleon. Once again, I told you Fuegoleon is hard. He made his way up from number 9 to number 6. Like, he just consistently continues to impress. He got ambushed, or he got caught off guard by that man Vengeance when he lost his damn arm and he was in a coma. But man, when he came back, he got Salamander, and so that means that he was like the chosen. This man woke up from a coma and was just chosen by Salamander type of shit, bro. Like, you're just a different level of cold if the spirit chose you and you weren't even doing anything. Like, this man, you know, had to go out and find Belle. You know, the water spirit is kind of like just like a heirloom, basically, from Heart Queen to Heart Queen to Heart Queen. It's like that's already like predetermined. But it's like, so Salamander came and found this man Fuego while he was in a coma and woke his ass up like, all right, bro, it's time to cook. And that man Fuego looks badass with an arm made of fire. I do not care what you have to say. Number 7, right behind Fuego, was Mario Leona. I would put Mario Leona I can't say ahead of Fuego, because I feel like people were just very hyped for Fuego's comeback. So that's why he's ranked higher than Mario. But like honestly, Mario Leon was a great character, very enjoyable. Then number 8, for some reason, is Ghosh. I don't understand what people's obsession with Ghosh is, you know? Like, his mirror magic is really cool, I'm not gonna lie. His character archetype, I'm not too fond of, but I do like the fact that he is starting to kind of like pay more attention to just his little sister. He's starting to pay more attention to Gray, low-key, you know, they kind of got something going on there, but yeah, this man Ghosh has really cool magic. I was actually talking to that man, Fire King Kami. Catch him on Twitch as well. Twitch.tv/Fire King Kami. Literally, this man was talking about how every time Ghosh does that, like, what is it called? I can't remember. Reflect Refrain? I don't remember what it's called. Where somebody looks into his eyes and he can like copy and make duplicates of them. He does with Asta like multiple times, right? But that move's pretty cool actually. Like this man Ghosh has some cracked ass powers, and honestly, as his vibe, he feels like one of those, he low-key feels like a delinquent type of like badass type of dude. It's just that he's a fucking ciscon and you don't want to support that, you know, because that's not too great, bro. You shouldn't be looking at your little sister like that. Number 9 here we have Noelle. Kind of crazy that Noelle dropped from number 3 all the way down to number 9, but maybe it's just the fact that at the very beginning of the story, Noelle's big character development was really nice at the first part, but everybody was kind of looking towards the power more so. And this is also, I believe, at the point Noelle didn't quite do Valkyrie armor just yet. I think she was leading up to Valkyrie armor, right? But all these other characters got introduced into the story, and you know, I feel like while Noelle is a good character, yes, all these other characters that were introduced into the story were new to the story, so they were kind of refreshing for people. And this man Ghost started to do a little more because he got possessed, and then his powers were like actually a little bit more cracked than we actually thought, right? But yeah, all these characters getting introduced, I feel like, is the reason why Noelle kind of shot back. And Luck kind of going crazy, you know, just snapping. Then number 10 is Nozel. Nozel is a bad older brother. No, I'm kidding. He's not a bad older brother. He had to do what he had to do. Specific situations with Megicula, curses and whatnot, blah, blah, blah. Didn't want this man to die on Noelle anyway. His magic is actually really fucking cool. His hair is stupid. I'm sorry. His hair is really stupid. I don't know why he has that fucking braid down the middle. But the fact that he has a little trinket on it at the end is actually pretty hard. So even though I think his hairstyle is stupid, the confidence he has with it is pretty cool. He's kind of a Chad for that. And the way that he looks at Noelle, like, so this is after this popularity poll, but the way that he looks at Noelle and he's just like, yo, like, you're finally like strong enough, and like, I just want to say, like, I'm sorry that we shitted on you and I acknowledge you, like, and he like blushed at everything, like, no, I'm genuinely sorry, like, after they get out of that fuck situation. But like I was saying, his magic is also really fucking cool. Mercury magic is cracked, right? But we're gonna go ahead and jump over to the third popularity poll. Alright guys, so we are over to the third popularity poll, and what do we have here once again? Asta here in number 1 spot, consistently hitting like the top spot. This man Asta is cracked. He's goated, bro. I'm telling you, this man is the Ultra Chad. Like, you cannot get this man Asta down. He's always going to come back. He's always going to surpass his fucking limits and defeat the enemy in his path, right? Number 2, who is it? Yami Tsukihiro. Always Yami Tsukihiro, bro. You know, people started making theories that Yami was actually an isekai character and the show was actually about him secretly. But like, now we know that's not true. We've seen this man's homeland. And if you haven't, read the manga. What a time. Number 3, Noelle back up to the number 3 spot. Makes sense, you know. Like, I like Noelle enough to put her at number 3, you know, at some points, at some times in the story. Literally, Asta and Yami, though, they're definitely higher than her. Like, I like those two more. Number 4 is Yuno once again. And also, guys, can we just take a moment to appreciate, like, the amount of care they put into, like, these designs for these like popularity polls? Like, dude, all these outfits look really good. The way they're all together, the themes that they have with them. Number 4 is going to be this man Yuno. They're saucing up, so let's see what point in the story that this is at before I start talking about. I feel like it's telling me what chapter this is up to, like right here. Okay guys, so I pulled up chapter 211, and the chapter that's right here is actually the chapter that it was posted in. So that means that maybe the events in the story that happened were a few chapters before then, because they take a few months to actually like kind of get all the results together and actually like post them. So let's just say, so 211 is where Asta and Yuno are in the final battle against this man Zagrid, the Kotodama devil, the word devil. Asta, Yami, and Yuno surpassed their limits, or mainly fucking Yami and Asta really surpassed their damn limits and do the last 2 attacks they need to like body this man Zagrid in this chapter, right? So let's see, Noelle 3, number 4. So everybody's obviously enjoying Spirit Dive, Asta's Black Divider. This man Yami's just kind of like easy clapping wherever he is, or no. He ran into the Shadow Palace behind those guys and started kind of trying to find everything. And then he was battling Charlotte because she was possessed by an elf. Then Noelle's over here. Now, at this point, I feel like another reason why Noelle shot back up to third spot is because Noelle is just like an absolute fucking powerhouse. This is after a point where she learned like the Valkyrie armor. Like her mom used to have like that metal Valkyrie armor. And Noelle made like water Valkyrie armor, and it allowed her to like skate around in like a zone that like kind of like disperses your magic because she had it all concentrated around her body. Pretty much, this is like a very advanced version of Mana skin for Noelle. So people saw that and they were just like, oh boy, like Noelle is really like. Everybody kind of saw that Noelle's powers are starting to grow like these two, really, because like it's not just these two as rivals. Like yes, it is these two as rivals, but it's like the light trio, right? The light triad. Number 4, or I already talked about number 4. Number 5 is gonna be Mario Leona. What did I tell you, bro? And that's fair, right? Everybody right here, and then Mario Leona right next up. I feel like the more that you watch Mario Leona, you can't help but like her more and more because, first of all, she is a baddie, she is a savage, and she surpasses her limits all the damn time. Like, bro, she's not scared of shit. Even if, like, she literally had to fight an ancient demon, and what did she do? She literally learned how to turn into mana. Like, she was considered to be, like, an oddity even amongst the elves, because, like, she fought an elf who had the ability to copy other spells. The elf, Raya, even used spells, and this is after, like, Awakening, even used spells against her that were, like, type advantage, basically. And she burned right through. Bro, this man shot ice, she melted it. He shot water off, she's turned it to steam. It did not matter. She was faster than that man. She was always ahead of that man. Bro, watch the scene where it's just Mario Leona versus Raya, bro. It's literally just her saying next over and over and over and over again. But yeah, Mario Leona, well deserved, spot 5. And her dress looks nice. Number 6 is gonna be Charlotte. Charlotte actually, so at this point, Charlotte gets possessed by the elf, fights Yami in the city. Yami almost claps her ass, but doesn't clap her ass, because I think she was trying to body Soul, and then that man, Yami, was like, yo, you need to chill out. Don't hurt your homegirl. Oh, this is when Soul was like, Yami, you take care of her, because Soul hates men, basically, and it's just like, nah, I don't want my sister going to anybody, blah, blah, blah. But yeah, no, Charlotte actually showed off pretty crazy magic. And then she didn't come back to her senses all the way. The elf was still kind of like skeptical of Yami, but she did chase after that man, and they did go into the Dark Palace together. And she kind of like watched that man pop off his Dark Cloak Dimension / Equinox in the final moments against this man Zagreus, and she was like, "Yo, this man is incredible." And I feel like everybody liked the fact that she simped for her. I feel like Black Clover, low-key doesn't, I mean, they don't go like leaps and bounds with the romance in the show, but I feel like low-key for a show that's focused on fighting, they have enough moments where like the little romantic parts happen, and I feel like people like Yami and Charlotte's interactions like so much that's why she gets like the top spot. Number 7 is Charmy. Charmy is still in the top 10 because Charmy is a great character, and now that you can see little Charmy and then big Charmy here, this is obviously, I mean, and obviously we're at chapter 211, so now you know that at this point that Charmy is actually a hybrid between a human and a dwarf, and that she actually has 2 different magic natures, and that's like the second person we've seen with 2 magic natures. The first person was Mars with fire or Phoenix and mineral magic, and now we have Charmy with the cotton magic and then the gluttony magic. So she, I feel like, got extra brownie points just for that. Everybody in the show kind of has like their own little unique thing. We have Mimosa over here. Honestly, I feel like a lot of people hate on Mimosa. Mimosa's not that bad of a character. Like, just like Noelle is down for this man Asta, Noelle be down for this man Asta as well. Like, she doesn't care that he's a peasant either. Just like that man Fuegolian was, like how he was. They're actually from the same, aren't they? Vermilion? Yeah. They're from the same family, bro. But, like, she doesn't care that Asta's a peasant. She respects this man, Asta. She's low-key, like, Yuno's, like, little homie with their, because, like, Yuno's little, like, clique amongst the Golden Dawn is, like, Mimosa and Klaus. So, like, those 3 are always, like, together, kind of, like, talking type of shit. Especially because she likes Asta, so it kind of just, like, happens that it will make sense for her to like this man, as well. We got number 9 is Luck. Luck still remaining in the top 10 here. I feel like kind of the side characters get their big moments, and then they kind of, their popularity polls kind of reflect recently what has been going on. But this is also after Luck was possessed by the elf and kind of thrashed on Vanessa and Asta and Magna for a little bit. So maybe people were not liking Luck too much after they watched him thrash everybody. But I can guarantee you they started to like Luck, that man Luck again once he started to realize that he had the elf power and started to train that. And then number 10 is this man Ghosh. Once again, a complete oddity. I have no idea how this man Ghosh makes it. Like, I get it. You know, he has the badass, like, aesthetic. He has the delinquent type of vibe. But it's just, like, and his mirror magic is cool as hell, man. But, like, that Syscon shit just be blowing me, dude. I don't know. But that's it for the 3rd popularity poll. So let's go ahead and jump over to the 4th. Alright, guys. Now we have the 5th popularity poll, actually. And this is by far my favorite, like, background or favorite like little banner for the background. Or no, I'm sorry, this is the 4th popularity poll. And this man Asta has on Clover Tims. I just want to say this man's drip is actually a different level right now. Like, bro, look at this man's jacket. Like, what is this right now? Like, everybody, this is what I'm talking about, bro. The art style on this be so ridiculous, dude. And it's just crazy, right? How the evolution of the art is in Black Clover. Because, you know, from the first picture, how Asta looked in that one to this right here, you know, literally all the characters, bro, like they're just drawing a lot better at this point, right? Number 1, once again, Golden Child, Asta here. Number 2, Yami once again, and like, bro, I've been explaining this over and over again. By the way, this is released in chapter 263. And chapter 263 is when this man Noct reveals himself and just pops up at the captain's meeting. Literally, the first panel of the chapter is Noct pulls up at the captain's meeting with Asta, and everybody flips out like, who the hell are you? Now, what's funny is that Charlotte is 3rd place. That's, you know what? I feel like the anime kind of has something to do with that too. Because the anime had a couple anime canon episodes, but that man Tabata still did help with the episodes. So instead of the episodes being kind of like non-canonical or being like filler, it felt more like the episodes are actually just building on more character development and stuff like that. And honestly, there have been a lot of moments, like, I feel like people just love that Yami-Charlotte dynamic. Charlotte probably made it up so high to number 3 because everybody loves Yami so much, and they're just like, oh, dude, we want, like, the same way Noelle makes it up to, like, the high places. Like, Noelle is a good character, but I feel like Noelle kind of, like, reaches her peak sometimes because of, like, her relation to Asta as well. But this man, Yami, over here with Charlotte, Charlotte's got a high spot now because Yami has also shown interest in Charlotte at this point. Like, you know, in the anime, and it might have been in the manga. I had to actually read the manga for the first, like, stretch of Black Clover. I have to go back and read it. But literally, there's, like, points where this man, Yami, kind of, like, flirts with Charlotte, and she's just not ready, and she just can't take that shit. She just runs away. Like, that moment where he posts up on her on the wall and catches her when she trips, and he's just like, don't go breaking my little heart, Charlotte. Like, blah, 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 my fragile little heart. And she, like, kind of, like, just can't handle the shit. Plus, I love that she's, like, everybody's, like, dripped out right here, and she's sitting like she's, like, the coolest shawty in the room, but, like, she's actually, like, geeking out. It's hilarious. Then we have number 4 is Yuno once again. Yuno's always making the top 4, top 5. And at this point, they're in the Spade Kingdom arc. So this man Yuno's already, like, shown off Spirit Dive. But this man Yuno did get waxed recently by that man Zenon, and then his captain gets snatched up. So Yuno is just riding off a clout this time, bro. We can't let him pass off of that one. He didn't do like, he did a bunch of stuff before this, yes, but he got his ass handed to him in that fight. Number 5 is Noelle. Noelle's top 5 once again. So, you know, like I said, Noelle's relation to Asta kind of just keep her, even when she's not, like, super prevalent, like as prevalent as Asta and Yuno, she still kind of stays in the loop, you know what I'm saying? Then we got Nero. Honestly, Nero is just like one of those characters who's just like, I feel like you just can't really hate on her. Like, even if she's not doing anything, you're just like, yeah, Nero's still vibing though. She's pretty chill. One thing that I'm surprised about is this man Zora isn't like in any of the top 10s, because like Zora's a fucking savage, dude. I love Zora. He's blunt with people. He keeps it a buck. He's honest 100% of the time. Like, he's chill, dude. And he actually gave this man Magna a glow up. Number 7 is gonna be this man Luck once again. This is after they train to go against the Spade Kingdom, and then Yami pulls up and gets kidnapped. Or no, Yami gets kidnapped. Vaughn just gets kidnapped as well. So this is right before Noct trains Asta for like 2 days, 3 days, and then they just kind of take off to the Spade Kingdom. This is the point that that this was released. So this man Luck hasn't quite had like his next crazy power up just yet. So it makes sense that he's still in like the top 10 for likable characters, but it's not necessarily in the Oh, am I reading this wrong? Is Luck number 8 and Ghost is number 7? That's so odd, dude. I don't know what it is about Ghost that just kind of makes him go up in these rankings, bro. I guess it's just a vibe, dude. I guess it's just a vibe. I know I've been saying that all video, but I guess it's just a vibe at this point. That's the only thing that I can chalk it up to. Number 8 is this man Luck. No, I'm not gonna lie. They had the scene where Luck and Leopold kind of came through and ran fucking fade on that Modelo, the Candelo. There we go. I said Modelo. What is that? The Candelo, the mobile towers that the Spade Kingdom had. Luck and Leopold actually thrashed like a bunch of dudes in one of those, and maybe people just saw that and they were just like, yeah, these guys are still pretty cool. Plus, this man Leopold is actually, you know, trying to train and grow his power and shit. Plus, that man Fuegolian is trying to teach him like stronger magic, you know. And this man is just trying to surpass limits as well, and he learns a mana method and he gets a little bit stronger, you know. Everybody, that's another thing that's really good about Black Clover. Nobody's getting left in the dust by like just Austin, you know. I mean, yes, they are getting left in the dust by Austin, you know, but like they're getting left in the dust by these two, but that's because these two are the main characters. Even though everybody else is getting left in the dust by these two, Yami and Luck and Magna and Charlotte can all still fight demons. Sakurai could even assist fighting demons. Like, these guys in the middle here can still fight demons. So it's just like, even though these two are like, even though demons are like the next enemy, it's not like, oh no, the show's about to power scale to Austin, you know, like, nah, everybody's in the show and they're literally like, all right, guys, like, these demons are serious. We need to surpass our limits right now. This man Leopold, though, I feel like he's just like up here because, you know, he's showing improvement and he's kind of getting back relevance into the story, and they're trying to like, I feel like they're trying to build him up to be like the nice little predecessor, little brother to Fuegolian and Marioliana, to be honest, because he, like, you know, he talks about how he's been under both of them his whole life. Then number 10 is Magna. Magna didn't really do anything too amazing up to this point, and he honestly gets like memed a lot in the story. But I feel like one of the things that made Magna go up in the popularity is that when he talked to that man Luck, like, even though this man Magna don't be like doing the craziest stuff in a fight, I feel like he still low-key be having impactful points, especially amongst his guild mates, kind of like, bro, like, we never turn back on you, bro. We're brothers at this point. Come on, bro. Like, I feel like Magna is one of those characters who's like, this shit is all I have, man, and I'm not even sad about that. Like, this is just all I have, bro. Like, I come from a bummy-ass village, you know? So it's whatever. Like, I'm chill here. I fuck with y'all. I love y'all. I feel like that's how Magna's energy is. So I feel like people are kind of starting to pick up on those vibes and starting to enjoy him more as a character. That's it for the 10th or 4th popularity poll. 10th popularity poll. Jesus, just imagine. Let's go ahead and jump over to the 5th popularity poll. Alright guys, we actually have the 5th popularity poll results here. Now, fun fact, the 5th popularity poll is actually the one with the most voters. Like, the 6th popularity poll doesn't even have this many voters, but still though. They have quite a bit of voters, but this one is, no. What is it? Yeah, this one has the most voters. But you'll see here that Noelle is actually number 1, Asta's number 2, and then this man Noct is number 3, and honestly, this is pretty fire. This is like this one feels like kind of like a summertime. What time was it whenever they dropped, or what time of the year was it whenever they dropped this one? Hold on. Chapter 305, when did that release? Hold on. Hey, guys. Okay, so I did my research here. Fun fact. The reason why these guys look like this is because Chapter 305 dropped on September 12th. Now, if you guys don't know what day that is, that's actually my birthday. So the reason why these guys are all, you know, in like water type of like apparel is because they were on the wavy, this popularity poll was released on the waviest day that they could have possibly like thought of, you know what I'm saying? So they're like, all right, it's the dead man's birthday, you know, everything lines up in the future, you know what I'm saying? Like how this man Julius kind of lined up everything, like Dead Man lined everything up as well, you know. Even though Tabata doesn't know me, he knows me already. He's gonna end up talking to me. I'm a very influential guy, right? So, I mean, Tabata already knew that a wavy guy's birthday was on this day, and Shonen kind of collaborated with him, and they dropped this wavy, you know, little banner here. But number 1 is Noelle. Now, the point in the story that this is at is when Yuno is actually using basically this is the point in the story where Yuno uses his bow of Urius, I believe it's called, to body this man Xenon, spirit of Urius or something like that, to body this man Xenon, and Xenon gives his heart to the devil, and then gives his heart to Beelzebub, and then Beelzebub fully just turns this man into like a supreme grade devil. So at this point, The reason why I believe Noel is number one is because one, this man Asta learned Devil Union, and we didn't even get to like see it just yet, because at the start of the invasion of the raid kingdom, raid on the spade, raid on the spade. Basically, pulls up to fight Zenon. Noel pulls up to fight Vanica, and then this man, who is it? It's Jack and Noct who pull up to fight this man, Dante. Asta's not there just yet. Then this man Magna pulls up to help fight Dante. Magna actually whoops Dante's ass. So that was definitely crazy, right? But Asta has not made it just yet in the war. But this point in the story, there's a specific like chapter where basically after Noel loses to Vanica and Magicula the first time in the Heart Kingdom and Lola Pachica gets kidnapped, they get blown away to, because she blew their asses up, basically. They get blown away to, what is it called? Elysia, I believe, and they meet Dryad, who's like the Earth Spirit. And basically the elves are just like, yo, like, we can make you guys stronger. Basically in the same amount of time Noct said he can make Asta stronger, like 2 days. So Noel said, all right, fuck it, because, I mean, we ain't got no choice. And honestly, Noel really had an Asta moment. She said, we have no choice but to surpass our limits right now. So teach us, like, train us. Like, we must become stronger. That's the only choice. And everybody, I feel like, kind of looked at Noel, and they were just like, yo, like, Noel not only has had, like, phenomenal character development, she's a powerhouse. Her power continues to grow and surprise us day in, day out. But, like, bro, she be on her Asta shit. She be on that vibe, bro. And I feel like that got her a lot of points and really shot her up through the rankings. Especially because she is not Asta. And Asta has magic. Like, bro, to put it like this. For Asta to be somebody who has the cheat code in your universe, like, that can literally erase anything. And for to have 2 grimoires. Just by nature. Just being blessed, right? Because he's the prince of the Spade Kingdom, but he was also technically the prince of the Clover Kingdom because he's 2 souls in 1 body. Oh my goodness, we could go into this forever, right? But basically this man, is literally two princes in 1 body. So, is literally just like plot armored harder than this man Asta, I feel like. This man has 2 fucking grimoires, and one of them turns him into a Dragon Ball Z character, basically. It gives this man the ability to shoot laser beams. It gives this man instant transmission. It gives this man all kinds of shit, spatial, whatever, right? This man, is just ridiculous. And not to mention, he was an absolute natural with it as soon as he got it. Not to mention, this man can also still fuse with Bell and be the ultimate wind spirit, whatever, and use the stars. So this man, is definitely on some other shit. For Noel to still even be considered in that trilogy and not, like, everybody I feel like thought Noel was going to be Sakura, and she really started out looking like Sakura and then immediately said, oh, whoa, I'm being useless, hold on, let me not. It's like Noel watched Naruto and they said, let's not do that. Number 2 is going to be Asta here, because Asta, I mean, honestly, Asta's usually the number 1 character, but he just finally got beat out by his shawty. Like, I feel like the reason why Noel beat Asta is because everybody was kind of like, I love Asta as a character. But I feel like everybody saw Noel and they were just like, yo, Noel is actually very similar to Asta. Low-key, secretly, like a fucking powerhouse who still has to work hard to get their W's. But she's also like Asta, but she also likes Asta, right? So like everybody loves Asta, right? Everybody who watches the fan base loves Asta. Obviously, it's clear, right? He's number 1 in all the rankings. So I feel like everybody kind of like resonates with Noel, like, yeah, Asta is a pretty cracked guy, right? And that's why she got one number 1. Then this man, and then this man Noct, right? Noct, ever since I met Noct, I fucked with him, bro. Like, Noct is a fire ass character. He's consistently, he has this knowledge about demons. He was a savage when he was younger. Like, he's trying to repent for the wrongs that he's done and kind of like live on for his brother, like live on and do his brother's like thing, kind of like, what is it? Continue his brother's dream. There we go. And I really respect that about him. And he's also kind of like, he's like, all right, bro, like my foolishness has like caused everybody else like so much grief, or like my family's dead now. So it's just like, and they call my brother, the one person who really was trying to like keep me in the right path, caused him so much grief. And plus this man, you start to figure out this man, or no, you don't figure that out just yet, but This man Noct, you kind of start to get more curious about Noct because you're just like, this man's the vice captain. We've not seen him, and you start to think about things like, wow, this man Noct was the vice captain of the Black Bulls, the supposed worst guild in the Clover Kingdom. Yet he was entrusted with basically a CIA like covert ops mission to go to the Spade Kingdom by himself and like just kind of like do surveillance. Like, who entrusts him with something like that? And you can't even say that like he defected and just kind of went and did it on his own accord. Like, why would you do that on your own accord if you didn't like have to? Like, I understand his past, but it's just like, bro, this man, plus the other captains knew who, not the other captains, but Jack the Ripper knew who he was at the very least. So this man Noct is actually like an OG, like in the Magic Knight like ranking system. Oh man, and you don't learn his true backstory before this like popularity poll, but man, his backstory is quite the backstory, and Noct is a great character. We're gonna actually go over to the wiki so we can read the rest of the results for this one too. All right, so number 4 we have Dante Zagratis. I'm not surprised, honestly. Dante, a lot of people don't fuck with Dante, but low-key, that man Dante was a savage, bro. Like the arc, so the Spade Kingdom arc is definitely ridiculous. And like even before then, this man Dante is like ridiculous. I love like how psycho like this man is. Like he's one of those characters who's like evil. He's not even like naturally I'm evil. He's just like fucked in the head evil. Like this man's truly like perturbed, and that's low-key what I like. Like I like genuine psychopaths for my villains because it's just like I don't want you to just be evil because like you want to be evil. Like no, like you're honestly like just fucked in the head. You're just naturally not right type of deal. That's how that man like. That man All For One feels like that in My Hero. He just feels like the naturally just like, oh, I just want to rule everything. Like I don't like him as a character, but like Shigaraki, I like him. You know, he has actual like background story to him, which causes him to actually be mentally just like broken, right? And this man Dante's broken in a different sense. He's not broken on that level where it's like trauma. He's broken more so in a sense that like reality to him is kind of like a simulation, and I feel like he just feels like yo, there's got to be more than this because this shit is worthless. This shit is useless. Like nihilism, I feel like has kind of like brought him to that point. Now Luck is up in number 5. At this point in the story, Luck, who is Luck fighting? Luck's not really fighting anybody. I think Luck actually revealed that he unlocked some new like kind of like form called like the Berserker demon. Basically, this man Luck encases himself in lightning and learns how to turn himself into a demon and actually can rip off the head of like a mid-tier demon. So this man Luck just kind of like power scales up however he feels. Like Luck surpasses his limits whenever the fuck he feels like. Number 5, well deserved. Ghosh, number 6, don't know how. Yami, now this is the first time we're gonna see this man Yami low ranked. Don't get it wrong. People don't start hating on Yami. The reason why Yami is low ranked is because he got captured right now and they're trying to save him. So this is like, I feel like they knew this man Yami was like so popular and that he was kind of like carrying, I feel like. He wasn't carrying the show. There's a lot of good parts of the show, but like Yami is still a very big portion of it. And I feel like this man Tabata wanted to take this arc to be an opportunity to say, hey, Yami is a very good character, yes, but there are more characters here. And, you know, they can do things without Yami as well. They don't need Yami around all the time. So, I feel like everybody was still kind of just, like, holding on because they were just like, yo, Yami's the GOAT. We can never turn our backs on Yami, which I'm the same way. And I was like, I knew Yami wasn't going to die from this arc, bro. I was just like, hey, bro, like, when they getting Yami back? Because, like, this ain't it, bro. Like, Yami ain't dead off of this shit. Then you got number 8, Charlotte. Charlotte, once again, I feel like kind of just gets that high spot in relation to Yami. Plus, she starts to kind of like show her true feelings more so. Because whenever the captains reveal, or whenever Noct pulls up and tells them that, or no, when they have their meeting and they see that Yami gets kidnapped, they're just like, yo, Yami's gonna die if we don't do some shit. Charlotte's over there going through it. She's like, no, like, she's mad as hell. She's like, yeah, nah, we about to go get, she says we about to go get my man back. Basically, is what Charlotte says. Because that man, Jack the Ripper, was just like, you think you're mad, like, and then Charlotte was like, no, I'm mad right now. This man Yuno is number 9. I feel like Yuno kind of like has been skating for a majority of the series at this point, and we're finally at a point where Yuno is like in a very serious fight. Yuno is down at number 9 because Yuno's powers Yuno still has a spirit dive. You know, he hasn't really evolved too much from that point on, right? But this is right before this man Yuno has like a very humbling moment and almost dies and actually starts crying and then unlocks his second grimoire. So I've actually really been enjoying this man Yuno a lot more as a character from him like having that humbling moment, because I feel like Yuno was very like cocky, like I can beat anybody in my way, which is like a which is like a good mentality to have, right? But it's just like at the same time, I felt like he was like super cocky, and I was like, you're not the main character either. So it's just like, yeah, you're thinking how Asta is thinking right now, and honestly, you're not Asta. Let's be real. Like your wind spirit magic is cool, but if Asta really wanted to, that ass is like go on, bro. He could really do it to you. So don't do that, you know. But like, no. After he had his humbling moment, I liked him a lot more as a character. And then Nero's number 10. Once again, like I said, bro, like Nero is just one of those characters that you just like you can't be mad at. You can't really hate on. Like Nero's just vibing, dude. Like sometimes Nero's just a vibe, and that's just what it is. For some reason, now I know I've been going over the top 10s. For some reason, Kahono is number 11, and I point that out because I just wanted to say this next one is about to have you a little perplexed. I feel like not all the choices are going to have you perplexed, but some of them. We're going to go ahead and jump over to the 6th popularity poll, which is the latest popularity poll. After we talk about the 6th popularity poll, I'm going to tell you what I've been talking about all this for. Now, this does not say what manga volume is going to be in, because it's not on a volume yet, right? But they just released the results for the 6th popularity poll like earlier today while I was at work. Actually, I wish I could have made a video on it a little sooner, but you know, it is what it is. Basically, this man, or not even Asta, but this art looks really good is probably what I was going to say, because it does look really good. I like the effect on his arm, dude. It just great, right? But let's go down, right? Number 1, once again, is Noelle. Now, the same thing that I said before. I feel like everybody kind of like saw Noelle, and they were just like, yo, like, Noelle's fire. Noelle's fire, man. I love Noelle as a character, blah, 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 right? And when is it that they did this? They did this, when did they do the poll? I think they did the poll right at the end of the Space Heater marker, right as it was kind of like closing up, right? They were definitely already fighting Lucifer, right? But Noelle, while fighting Magicula, literally like, bro, Noelle did like the craziest shit, dude. Like the demon, Noelle's mom was so strong that she was considered like strong enough to be like a wizard king, right? Or wizard queen, whatever. And Noelle's like family just shits on her, like, yo, I don't think you're that strong enough. And like Nozel shits on Noelle, but in an attempt to protect her, because he's just like, if I make you think that you're weak, you will stay weak and you will not end up on the battlefield, because I don't want you to end up on the battlefield with these enemies. Nah, Noelle became crazy strong, and once again unlocked another power, and merged with Dryad, and unlocked pretty much Spirit Dive like this man, you know. But it's called Saint Stage, right? Because, you know what, we're not getting into that. Basically, Noelle does Devil Union, but with a spirit. And Noelle literally like waxes the demon that killed her mom. Like that's next level, dude. I feel like that's really like impressive, just like to have in your character arc, and it's not even your show. You bodied the motherfucker who bodied your parents, bro. Then number 2 is Asta and Yami, obviously, right? Now the one thing that does surprise me is Noelle has like 13,000, honestly 14,000 extra votes over this man Asta. So it was like a clear like, yo, Noelle's catching the W. Asta, like, that's crazy, like that he didn't get as high as he, you know, did. And it's like Asta, you know what, I can't even lie, Asta really wasn't there for like the first half of the arc, and like the stuff that he did against like the first few devils was impressive, but at the same time it was like how easily that he defeated him that kind of felt like it wasn't as like impactful as a moment. Whereas Noelle was fighting for her damn life, and like everybody had to gang up, but Noelle got the final strike though. Like Noelle got that dub at the end of the day. Yami literally came back and automatically shoots back up to like top 3, right? Because he comes back during the Spade Kingdom arc. Like, dude, I still remember reading the damn chapter, and I was like, Yami's back, Baka no, because you're just watching it, bro, and Asta is about to get clapped, and then this man Yami just like deflects this man Lucifer, and you're just like, oh, what the? I was like, bruh, you were dying literally seconds ago, and you're just up now, bro. You're up. This man Yami's cracked. Then number 4, we have, you know, typical trend here, right? You know, here, you know, now has had his humbling moment and has shot back up in the ranks, right? Has his humbling moment, unlocks new power, all this shit, right? He unlocks, what is it? The Star Magic. Yes. So, you know, gets a very cool upgrade. His powers are very cool. I was honestly, when you know got that upgrade, I was like, yo, y'all gave him too much sauce. I'm mad now, right? But like, nah, you know's a good guy, right? You know's a good guy. Better guy than I thought he was, especially that humbling moment. Dante was a fun villain, I feel like. I liked him as a villain, like, just how crazy, how psycho he was. Like, dude, I literally, like, I just recite it back in my head every now and then, where he's like, thank you so much. This is excellent, Yami Tsukihiro. You have shown me a new malice. Like, this man was truly unfucking hinged, dude. Then, oh, you know what's funny? These pictures are actually from other, like, popularity polls, so they don't even have, like, official... They don't even have like official like their own pictures. Like they don't even have a graphic for this just yet. I'll definitely post a graphic on my Twitter though whenever they post it, because you know I love the graphics, dude. Next up is Charlotte. Charlotte pulled up. She learned how to do like reverse curse ward magic so she could pull up and fight Magicula. And low-key, her like new form looked pretty cool. You know, she fought for a little bit. I think she got power scaled, and then it turned out that she was actually not getting power scaled and she was setting Magicula's ass up. And then she goes and helps Noelle fight. Or no. Noelle pulls up and then it turns into this whole big like group excursion, basically. But like, nah, Charlotte actually did a lot more in this arc. You know, she's still in like, hey bro, she said we going to get her mans back. She went and got her mans back. So Charlotte was on it, bro. Ghost somehow remaining in the top 10. I'm perplexed, to be honest, but I'm not upset anymore at this point. You know, now that I've talked about it, I'm just like, I can't judge this man for liking his little sister. His little sister doesn't seem too bothered by it. So I mean, I don't know. I'm not saying that I accept that, but I'm just saying like I can't tell him what to not do, right? But yeah, this man Ghost is still in the top 10. Noct is in the top 10 as well. Noct kind of lowered down, which is kind of surprising to me. Well, it's not too surprising to me. Noct was like number 3 in the last one. I am a little surprised that he's lower than Ghost, Charlotte, and this man Dante. I guess Dante doesn't surprise me too much. People love villains, right? But I would have expected him to be number 4 or something like that, right? Like his arc, his backstory was great, you know, and his character arc. Cause this man Noct really hates himself for what happened to his brother, and he tries to throw his life away like a total of like 3 or 4 times in the fucking Space Kingdom arc, and lives every time. This man Asta saves him like multiple times. It's just like, yo, stop trying to kill yourself, bro. You're the homie, bro. Like, we fuck with you, and I wouldn't have been able to get strong without you. So like, you need to chill out. Number 9, Kona. Porque? Nandato? Like, what? I'm confused. I don't even know. Like, yeah, you know, she was a nice little cheery character. Yeah, that's, you know, she did some stuff. Yeah, she sung in the Underwater Sea Temple arc, but it's just like, she got number 9? This is deep into the story and we ain't even seen her ass? Like, what is that? And then, number 10, Mereoleona. Now, Mereoleona, Mereoleona making it to the top 10 makes a lot of sense. I am actually kind of upset that she is below Kahono. Like, I'm thoroughly upset about that. But, like, honestly, I feel like Mereoleona should be, you know, above all these guys here. And honestly, arguably, you know, goddamn. Like, bro, in the last arc, Mereoleona was fighting that man Lucifer. Like, everybody was fighting Lucifer, but Mereoleona started, like, getting stronger. And Lucifer had, like, acknowledged that. He was like, damn it, this one keeps getting stronger while she's fighting me. And plus, she learned incarnation of Hellfire, so she literally turned herself into Hellfire. Like, Mereoleona's a bad... This shawty was hot tub skinny dipping in some lava, bro. Like, Mereoleona's on some other shit, bro. But yeah, that's it for the popularity polls. I even take that man Mars over Kahono or even Ghost. I don't even know, bro. That's weird. But now to talk about why I'm talking all this, right? So the reason why these character polls are so important is it does help us to kind of see how the character's popularity has grown and Noelle has kind of like grown through, right? And you see this man Yami is like constantly in the top like rankings. The only time this man Yami wasn't top 3 is literally when that man was inactive in the story because he got captured. And I just kind of wanted to go over this list so that we can all kind of like get an idea of like the units that they're going to put like the most money into whenever, like, not money, but yeah, I mean, guess I basically is the word you would say, the most effort that they're going to put into like the units, right? So like, and we already knew that obviously the Asta units are going to be cracked, then the Yami units are going to be cracked, but like the Noelle units, you know, I expected Noelle's units to be good in the game. She's the light triad, but like they might be even better than I'm expecting. If Noelle is pulling out, you know, number 1 in the popularity polls for the last 2 years at that, like, bro, 2 years back to back, you're the most popular. Like, that's kind of ridiculous. Yuno's obviously gonna have great cards. This man Dante, whenever he comes out into the game, I already know his card's gonna be great. Now, a thing that's interesting is I kept kind of like downplaying him, but I was actually talking to Bambino in Kami the other day, right? And I was like, low-key, a character I feel like is not that popular that they're going to try and like make a character that they're gonna like give skills to kind of make them like, not you have to summon, but like, yeah, that's a pretty good unit to have. For some reason, I feel like Ghost is just gonna be that unit, right? Like, Ghost is just like a chill dude, like a a chill dude with a fetish that, you know, maybe not everybody agrees with, right? That aside, like, his vibe is chill, you know what I'm saying? His magic is cool, and I really feel like they're gonna make this man's units like really cool in the game. That's really crazy that Kahono is like number 9 up here. That really perplexes me. I feel like they're definitely gonna have they're definitely gonna milk all the female characters, no pun intended. They're definitely gonna milk all the female characters whenever it comes to like the holidays, like Valentine's Day. Cause like, look, bro, look. Noelle, Charlotte, Kahono, Marileona. Boom. That's your Valentine's unit like lineup right there. Or you could even have Summer, Kahono, and Noelle. Then you have like Halloween, Mario, and because Mario's a menace, you have Halloween like Mario and Charmy. Yeah, bro, they give Charmy a little wolf costume. Oh my goodness, bro. And she'd be like transforming. Then you could have like Valentine's Day like Mimosa and Noelle, or maybe Mimosa and Charlotte, right? But like, especially because the flowers and everything. But we can kind of like look at this and kind of determine which characters are gonna kind of put the most effort into. Like, look at this man Sekka down here in number 41. I didn't even go beyond the top 10 in the first 5 popularity polls, but like there was a very common theme amongst those popularity polls. Like a lot of like similar characters in there, right? So definitely just like take a look at these popularity polls, kind of just see who's the most popular characters. I feel like they'll kind of go off of this, right? Because they want to make sure that that's the job of like gacha games, is to make sure that the banners are profitable and that the player base is happy, right? And if you're looking at if you look at the 6 years and you see characters that go through the popularity polls, like it's obvious that these 4 are going to have like phenomenal units every time they drop, you know? But you know, for those units that kind of like shift down here but are still low-key in the top 10 every time, it's kind of like, I don't know what kind of units they're going to have, but the ones that kind of make it into these top 10s here every now and then, those are the ones that you want to watch out for whenever their units drop, because those are the ones that are going to be like the most interesting, I feel like, because, you know, the characters that are most liked, most appreciated by the fan base are the characters they're going to put the most effort into doing. Because if you release look at that new Meliodas, the Ragnarok Meliodas in Grand Cross, who has absolutely no damn purpose in the game, right? Like, that man, everybody was like outraged. They're like, what is this? This Meliodas is terrible. And they put him on a legitimate banner at that too. So just think about things like that, man. But that's all I really wanted to do was go over the 6 popularity poll results. Cause you know, I looked at them before I thought about making this video, and I was like, yeah, this is not even the whole results. This is kind of surprising to me. Like, I don't hate Kahono as a character. I'm just like, really? And I'm just like, out of all the characters who could have been top 10, her? Really? I mean, hey, everybody has their preference. Everybody likes what they like. To each their own. That's going to be your boy DEADMANVINCE signing out. If you guys did enjoy this video, then please do Marileona thrash that like button. She's punching at me too because I messed up her name once again in this video. I never do that. And you guys can go down below and subscribe and hit the notification bell so that you can unleash your hostile mana. But that's going to be it for your boy DEADMANVINCE. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. And definitely comment down below and let me know what your thoughts are on all these popularity polls results. And let me know which one of the graphics are your favorite ones, because mine is definitely the fourth one. But yeah, that's going to be it for your boy DEADMANVINCE. Hope you guys have a good night. Hope you guys stay breezy. Peace.